All right, welcome back, everybody. Anybody that's new here, thanks for joining me today. We're just going to do this a real simple one because this is kind of new. Any of you guys that are new here that I haven't been subscribed, think about subscribing. I've got over 500 videos, all in the outdoor space, and obviously, as you guys can see, I do a lot of fishing. For you guys that are not new, the ones that have been subscribed for a while, thanks for being around. I have a little bit of a new thing I created. The funny thing is I've been wanting to do this for a while now, and it's kind of like I kind of was fighting with it. I used to do so. Obviously, from the title and description, this is a truck camping setup. The thing here is I'm big on not jumping on bandwagons, even though it's kind of like counterproductive when you're on YouTube. You're supposed to just be on these trending things. Problem is I have like a self-gratification slash like self-pride thing. I truck camped way before it was cool. Like way before. I have a couple of videos left over from back when I first started YouTube and was doing it. And yeah, people weren't watching those videos. So me being dumb, I deleted like, I don't know, any of you guys that have been around for the full 5-6 years I've been doing YouTube might have seen a couple of them if you watched them, because not many people were watching those videos back then, and they never got boosted by the algorithm, so all the new people here probably haven't seen them. But yeah, in my old truck, so I have a new truck now, and I have a trailer, but in my old truck, I found a cap on the side of the road that somebody was throwing away for free, threw it on my truck. It didn't quite fit. I made it fit. I insulated it, and I made a bed for it. I have a video. I will put it at the end of this one. If you guys want a really cheap truck camping setup, this is exactly what I did. Watch that video. I do have that up still because I kind of went over it again just to try and help guys that are trying to get out there and do it really, really cheap. You don't have to go super expensive. Like I said, I had a free cap. I spent maybe $100 on everything inside total, and yeah, I was able to sleep in negative 20-degree weather and stuff like that. And like I said, this is way before anyone else did it. Mav, I know if you see this because you check out stuff like this is before you, buddy. This is before you even had a channel. Technically, you were still working for the Googans. But no offense, you got great content, and I watch a lot of your stuff because it gives me ideas for the future. But long story short, I just wanted to go over what I built. This is in my trailer. Technically, it's not a truck cap camping setup, but you have to have a truck to pull this trailer. I've been very, very lucky with YouTube in the last 3 years here and been able to kind of keep upgrading my stuff. But this is still something that a lot of you guys that pull trailers that have, like, you know, equipment or like machines. So I have a 3-wheeler and a snowmobile. And I have a small enclosed trailer for them for that purpose of carrying those. And I don't have a cap on my new truck because I have a really short bed. That's like 4 foot something. It's stupid. I'm never getting a short bed again. Because my old truck bed used to be 6'5", and I'm 5'9". I'm not that tall. And I fit in that thing awesome. When I got rid of that truck, I couldn't sleep in the bed of my truck anymore. So I've been contemplating doing this for a long time, and finally just took a warm day this winter and built out my cabinet and built out my fold-down bed. That's what I want to show you guys everything today. So stay tuned if you guys are looking for some ideas. This is basically as simple as it gets, and I mean, it works. It's very, very compact. You can fit a lot of stuff in a small space, and basically, I'm going to be able to sleep in this thing like a toy hauler or something like that. And I spent substantially less money than any of you people that went out and bought toy haulers or ice castles and all that fun stuff. This is not even close to that price range. So let me get to it, and yeah, I'll walk you through it. Okay, so I already have the heater going in here because it's like 10 degrees outside, 7 degrees outside right now. And I was just going to show you guys the basic layout. So those of you guys that are new here, I built this thing so it fits my 3-wheeler and my snowmobile just fine. And then obviously We got my Otter. That's an Otter cabin in there. I'm not sponsored by Otter or anything like that. That's what I use. The big thing here is I'm going to tell you guys the specs. So from that upright right there to there is like 11.5 feet. This is supposed to be a 12-foot trailer. It's like one of the smaller ones you can get. And then it's got like a 2-foot V-nose, which happens to work out perfectly for a 3-wheeler. So that's it. All you guys that are subscribed that were wondering why I have a 3-wheeler, it's because space. I am not rich. I don't have a ton of money. Like I said, this trailer was bone stock. There was nothing in here when I bought this. I put these in here. I put padded floor in here. There's a heavy duty rubber mat so like chains and studs don't tear up your wood, and everything else. Everything that you see in here that doesn't look like it would belong, like that's a ramp. I put that in here. So I'm gonna go over everything I did recently. First things first, I put a cabinet up here. So if you guys follow me on Instagram at DWSDave31, I kind of went over this and like showed you guys how I was building it, but like I'll try to look underneath it. So I just have it supported, simply braced across, and like built for as much space saver as possible. I built it like 5 inches over these handlebars, basically for the simple fact that I pulled up next to 4-wheelers and their front rack is about that high. So if I ever want to put a 4-wheeler in here, I'll be able to pull it underneath there too and put the tires right up against that wall. But yeah, so I just got these. These are some nettings. I bought them off of Amazon, super cheap. I'll link everything I bought extra from here on Amazon down below. It helps out the channel a little bit if you guys want to help out. You guys can always pick up DWS Outdoors merch too. But these nets I just put in, basically, like I have them in my pocket right now. You know, when you're staying places, those are my gloves. I can stick gloves, hats, everything else. I put some hooks up here, and I put them at the highest point because if I have heat in here, heat rises. So if I want to like hang my bibs and my jacket up after ice fishing for the day, it'll actually dry. One thing I do have to add, if you guys comment below any recommendations, I want to put like a 12-volt fan. So that's an inlet that's facing forward on the trailer. I have that by like the outlet that's facing backwards on the trailer. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is put some 12-volt fans in those, like little computer fans, so that they can pull air in and push air out back and forth. So if you guys get any ideas for that. And then the other thing I built recently in here is this. This is the main thing. So this is a bed, and if you guys watched the video at the end of this one, like I said, I built this bed a long time ago for truck camping. Like I said, I've been doing this stuff for a long time. I've always been broke, so I just kind of do what I can with what I got. That's like a sheet of plywood, some 2x4s, real simple. It had 4 legs on it, and that was for the back of my old truck. So this is 6 foot long. Like I said, my other truck was 6'5". This doesn't fit in my new truck. So what I did is I took the legs off of it, and I'm gonna try and set the camera up so you guys can see the whole thing here. Okay, I'll see how that works out here. You guys see the my Otter, my cabin here. So what I did is this has the tow hitch on it that folds over. What I did is I built the bottom of the bed there, when it folds down, to be just higher than the tow hitch highest point. So I did that basically on purpose so that I can not have any problems. So I have chains on here, but as you guys will see, I have legs that I put on hinges so that when this folds out, it's kind of like a transformer. But this I use on these locks up here. I'll show you guys a close-up in a second here. But I have it set so when you shove it up, it locks up with little gate locks. And those little gate locks have a little hole in them, and I use this to lock it up when I'm driving around. But otherwise, that hooks up to a ring right there. So what you're gonna do here, I think I gotta do this one first. Still learning. Yeah, you push that lock up there, come over here, and then this one pops it loose. And then, like I said, it's got these legs, which I have to push my shack up against the wall for the legs to sit flat on the ground. And I built everything, these chains with the legs, so that everything just touches at the same time, because I was just going to use chains and just a word for the wise that anybody that plans on doing something like this, when you just have it on chains, it would support me. I could build uprights all the way and it would have stiffened up these sides, but with just having the chains attached up there, it was trying to pull the wall in. So this is an aluminum trailer with thin sides and just particle board uprights. So with the tension from this just sitting on the edge of this thing, wanted to pull that whole wall over. So I put these little scissor legs on here, basically pull it out, and now I can sit on the corner right here, because the leg, when it folds out, creates a T on the end here, and then this is still tight. So I'm 220 pounds. This thing holds me just fine. I have 3 door hinges along there, very beastly door hinges. Let me get the camera. I'm going to show you guys all this stuff real close, and I want to make it so that you guys can build this yourself. It's fairly simple. You do have to have an understanding of like how to line things up and have like a squared off hinge and all that stuff. It took me about a day to build this whole thing. Okay, so like I was showing you up here, so I have 2 gate locks basically. And you put the pin on here. So I put this carpet on here after the fact, just for a little insulation. It keeps things from sliding around. So this is screwed in right here, and you have to line them up so that when you push the gate up, the bed up, it locks into place. And I'll show you that in a second here. But then same thing, I had to cut these chains to fit with this at that exact length. That was a little bit complicated, because what I did is I put clips on both of those, so that I can take the chains off if I want to, if I don't want them slamming around, or if I need to use them for something. Like, it's never bad to have like a 6-foot piece of chain. And then over here, this is the most complicated part, is I had to put it exactly that far away so that my roller mechanism for my door, so this is a ramp, this back thing, this door is a ramp, can still spin with the cable without running into this, or the other one of these. So when this is up there, it goes right up against it's like right in there. In fact, I'll just fold this up and show you real quick. So the coolest thing, like I said, is, so I just shove it up there, and it goes in those locks. So you can see that. And then, like I was saying, what I do is I take this off of here, and I just put it through that hole, and that hole is there for it to not be able to like bounce out. So like this, that's how you release it, and that's how you lock it in place. Coolest little things. I mean, I've used these over the years for many different things, but like I was saying on the back here, if you're going to do something like this, I had to put everything that close. So I mean, I can still pop this lock loose and then pull this down, but I can't do all of that while the door is open. Like, I can't open and close the door with it up like that. I have to pull this down and get everything set up. Okay, so what I was gonna just show you real quick is, so like I said, I have hinges, door hinges on here, 3 of them, and they're pretty beastly. Well, those are like 2-inch screws going in there, so they're not coming out of there. And then I have that screwed to the wall as many times as I needed to make it stable. And then I leveled that off with the ground. So something that you got to keep in mind, and this is something I had to figure out on my own, because I was thinking I'll use a level. So I use a regular level, and I set it on there. This trailer, you could level the trailer and then do it, but like I couldn't get it perfectly level at first, and it was driving me nuts. The realistic thing you need to do to make this flat is measure from here to the base of where that one needs to go. So like over the top of your, whatever your sled thing you're gonna put underneath there. Measure from here to here and do the exact same measurement for the mount on that end. Now you're level with the floor, because that's all that really matters. And I know it's going to sound stupid if you guys are construction guys, or if you do carpentry and stuff on a regular basis, you probably understand that. But I was looking at my level and I just couldn't figure it out, so I just did the measurement from there to there to get it to be in the right position. Okay, so this is the first time me setting the bed up. I haven't slept in here yet. I want you guys to comment below if I should just basically live out of this trailer for the rest of the ice season. If you guys are going to watch that many adventure videos, I really need to know. And then obviously, I did this also to make this a multi-purpose thing. So in the spring and the summer, I can use this as like an outpost. So if I want to go river fishing anywhere, I can now just sleep in here. So that's a good thing. Thumbs up for the ability to have a mobile hotel room, basically. These lights are basically run off the truck. I have my truck running right now in order to have them on. I need to figure out a way to do a standalone like a battery in here that's wired to these separately, so I can like turn them on and off while this isn't hooked up to the truck, so I can unhook this and like leave it at a campsite or something like that. But yeah, so far everything looks good. I got this little rug here. So a lot of people forget about like the amenities and stuff like that, and you'll see. I'm gonna turn my heater off over here, because what I wanted to do was this would be okay, so I didn't show you these two things. So this is key. So truck camping, like I said, so one of the biggest tips I can give any of you guys that's getting into truck camping, it's being comfortable. I built my thing so uncomfortable the first time that I don't even think I ever really filmed in that one. I think I filmed a couple times, but it was bad. So as you guys can see, there's like a floor placemat I just put down here. It actually fits right inside here. But what I wanted it for was, you get in here, you know, in the wintertime, and then that way I can kick off my boots that are all full of slush right there, keep the slush over there, and then take a side step over here, and now I can walk around in my socks and I'm comfortable. And then same thing, so like, you know, when you're sleeping in bed and you got to get up in the middle of the night, it's nice to roll over and step on some soft carpet. You know, barefoot is not fun on ice cold rubber mats. And the thing is the floor of this thing isn't insulated. This isn't a camper. This is the reason it sounds like that, wood, aluminum, like paper thin aluminum. The cool thing is it seems like this thing stays pretty warm. It's got they're just aluminum, you know, aluminum cross members, aluminum sheet across the top. So the one thing I do want to do this summer is I'm gonna put probably plywood across this and insulate these with that foam, like foam board insulation, and do the whole thing like that. And then I might even put a vent up here and turn this into like a full-on camper. I've yet to sleep in it, so we will see how like negative temperatures go. It looks like we got a couple more weeks of real cold weather. I'm thinking about hitting, I'm just gonna say it right now, I'm thinking about hitting probably Iowa, Minnesota, and North Dakota and South Dakota, possibly. Just depends on how many of you guys watch these videos. I just want to get out there and do some traveling around. But yeah, what do you guys think? I have a new bed in my trailer. I sleep with the beautiful Big Red over there. I'm kind of, any of you guys that stuck around at this point, that means you guys are actual good subscribers. let me know. Should we go with Red Baron? I think it was Red Baron, Clifford, or Ruby? I think, yeah, Ruby, Red Baron, or Clifford. If you guys have any other ideas, comment below. We'll confuse everybody who doesn't stay this long. But yeah, thumbs up for a new place to camp out, and I should be able to get on pretty much any kind of fish species I want to, so comment below those too. What's the next fish species you guys want to see me chase? Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. I almost forgot the best part. Yeah, it's remote controlled. We could even have a party in here. Those who've been following the Ohio thing, I don't know if I'm if I should use this or not. See you next video, guys.